Ragnar Lothbrok and Bjorn are about to join us in Rise of Kingdoms as the Viking civilization is coming. And in this video, we're going to go over everything you need to know about the two new commanders coming into Rise of Kingdoms, both legendaries from the Viking civilization, how to get them, their skills, and everything along the way. So sit back, slap a like on the video, and let's go. Hey there, YouTube. Welcome back to Gekko Gaming. Boy, Rise of Kingdoms released on their Facebook page a little bit ago a bunch of information about Bjorn Ironside, who is going to join us in Rise of Kingdoms, how to get him, skills, and everything along the way. Some sick art along with it, which is super dope. But this is not new to us. It includes the Viking civilization and everything along the way. This is not new to us. As you all know, we have the usual leaks coming out of Kingdom 93, and so I kind of want to take a look at that because that's more in-game images rather than awesome renders, which for the record, I think are sick, and I might even use these on the thumbnail over the in-game stuff. But for us to see better and understand better and have a more familiar look at it, let's go look at the pictures that got leaked like a few hours ago. All right, well, we start off with a Ragnar Ludbrock, which you can, if you want to, get by buying the Legend of the North bundle. The Legend of the North bundle will get you the 10 sculptures to unlock the commander, and with a $10 price tag, also a civilization token change, which is a $10,000 gem item for $10. And on top of that, you're getting the usual gems you get from a $10 bundle and a bunch of extra items, VIP, like from a level 10, from a $10 bundle, so forth and so on. So for 10 bucks, you can get a 10,000 gems worth of an item, the commander, which will then unlock you probably Rider of History, which another 5 bucks will get you more legendary commander sculptures. So really, not a bad deal at all. And this looks like it got taken out of a developer server or something. Someone has 100 million gems. I remember how that felt like for a little bit. And so here we go. We can continue going through the images to the next one, which is the actual commander, Ragnar Lothbrok. I love the art they did on him. He looks amazing. That background, the snow background, is sick. Brand new, and it's going to be part of the brand new civilization, which we will see later on as well. This is in an order of commanders and then civilization, if I'm not mistaken. And so, Ragnar Lothbrok is a leadership conquering attack commander. He's going to be coming available from the Tavern, aka Gold Keys. Hell yeah, we get to get another commander from the Gold Keys. Expedition? And Legend of the North. Now, Expedition is part of the metal shop, means that he's not necessarily going to replace Ethelflaed or something like that. What it means is that, like every other key commander, he's going to be available in those 6 frames that you can get every time, 6 items. He can randomly drop in there as well. So that's one thing. And of course, the Legend of the North bundle, which we just talked about. Let's go over his skills. Active skill number 1, Power of the King. Troops led by this commander deal 10% increased damage and take 5% reduced damage for 4 seconds. This goes all the way to 30% damage bonus and 15% damage taken reduction, which is actually fairly nutty for 4 seconds. The Raven, attack increase, and this is a passive skill. Attack increased by 5%. Normal attacks have a 10% chance to reduce the target's healing effect by 20% for 3 seconds. This effect can only be triggered once every 5 seconds. That attack bonus goes up to 20, which includes attack and counter attack, by the way. And healing effect reduction goes all the way up to 40%. So another healing debuffer. 40% is a lot. That really kills a lot of healing out there. The Horn's Call. Troops led by this commander deal 2% increased damage when attacking cities. This is a city sieger, which is not surprising considering, you know, the Viking civilization and the Vikings in general were siegers. They were raiders, and hitting a city, 10% extra damage bonus when you attack a city with them. That is actually super cool. I mean, he's doing damage bonus of up to 40% if you're hitting a city. this is definitely going to be a city rallying commander that we're going to be seeing quite a bit in the future, I believe. Lord of the North, troops capacity increased by 2% when the commander launches a rally. Rallied troops gain an increased 2% troop capacity. So his own troop capacity and rallied army capacity goes up 10%. I mean, as I mentioned, city rallying king, as far as I'm concerned. And when you expertise him, Odin's Might increases power of the king. Troops led by this commander deal 30% increased damage, 15% reduced damage for 4 seconds becomes troops led by this commander deal 40% damage and take 20% reduced damage, so an extra 10% damage bonus and 5% reduction and another 1 second worth of effect. So he is looking to do tons and tons of damage. I mean, Odin's Might is sick, and the power of King only requires 1,000 rage, which is typical for an active skill. Nothing very crazy here. Very, very cool commander. Looking forward to seeing him in the game. Finally looking forward for that Viking civilization, a new civilization to get us excited. And here we have an epic commander. That is right. He's not going to be a legendary. Bjorn Ironside is the epic commander of the Viking civilization. Bjorn looks cool. His legs are a little, it's a typical Rise of Kingdoms thing. They make their guys' legs so small. But nonetheless, he looks incredible. Bjorn Ironside, one of my favorite characters. I love that show. I can tell you that when I grinded KVK Honor, the one time I got my Archer skin a few KVKs ago, I was watching Vikings nonstop in the background. So it was very, very, very cool. And let's go look through Bjorn Ironside. Fearless Fighter, the first skill, 1,000 rage requirement as well, deals direct damage to a target of 200 all the way up to 500 and increasing their skill damage taken by 2% for 3 seconds. So you hit him at the peak for 500 direct damage factor, and now that target is going to take for the next 3 seconds up to 10% more skill damage. That's kind of cool. It helps debuff a little bit the opposition while buffing your own skill damage done. Longbowed Marauder. Troops led by this commander gain 2% increased attack when attacking cities, all the way up to 15% increased attack. So now you have these two guys with city-specific skills. And for the record, what I forgot to mention is that he's an infantry conquering skill commander. That gives you a little bit of a spoiler on what kind of civilization the Viking civilization is going to be. As an infantry conquering skill commander, he is looking to do as much damage as he can to cities. Another buff for a city attack. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing Ragnar and his son raiding cities in Rise of Kingdoms very, very quickly. As an infantry commander, he has an infantry-specific skill. Troops infantry led by this commander gain 2% increased attack and 2% increased defense. That goes all the way up to 10% each. And finally, Ambush. Normal attacks have a 10% chance to deal direct damage to target of 300 factor all the way to 800. This skill can only be used once every 5 seconds. What I always wonder is, every 5 seconds means that you'll more than likely get it done-ish every cycle of skills, which means you're going to proc the first skill, and you're more than likely going to, in between the first and second skill, proc this skill, and then go back to the big skill, as it's going to take a few turns until you get your 10%. Then a 5-second cooldown, that's 5 turns. And so the direct damage factor here is higher than the one on the active skill. I don't know how much I like that. I feel like the active skill is a bit low for an epic commander still. This commander indeed can be gotten from the tavern, from the expedition, the same way epic commanders can be gotten from there. And yeah, what is different about his expedition, by the way, is that epic commanders have their own top slot right next to Constance, and I'm assuming he will be available there. So those of you who saved your coins like I did will be more than likely able to just expertise this epic commander just from that, and of course from the tavern from gold keys. An epic commander coming into Rise of Kingdoms for the first time in, I would say, well over a year. And I'm again going to specify an epic commander that isn't like an event-based epic commander that you have to spend money for or all that stuff. an actual fighting commander, an infantry commander that you can use on the field. Very, very good stuff. This, by the way, evens out the amount of epic infantries there is in the game to the cavalries. And one of the main reasons cavalries were so predominantly useful for lower spenders is that you have more capabilities of mixing and matching epic commanders into your lineup. And now there's a third infantry commander, which means infantry is definitely on the table for low spenders nowadays, using Bjorn as one of the potential commanders on the field. His expertise, Booming War Song, it enhances the Fearless Fighter skill. Without the expertise, it hits 500 damage factor, increases skill damage by 10% for 3 seconds, and with the expertise, it does direct damage factor of 700, causing the target and up to 2 nearby enemies in a forward-facing fan shape to increase skill damage for 3 taken. Increased skill damage taken for 3 seconds. So now, instead of the 1 you're hitting, there's AoE debuff to up to 3 commanders, 3 different marches in a forward-facing fan shape. Very interesting stuff. Very cool. Bjorn Ironside's infantry commander for Rise of Kingdoms. An epic commander. Hell yeah. But finally, now we got the civilization. The civilization, as I mentioned, is an infantry civilization. You're going to get the elite berserker in the feudal, you're going to get the berserker in the dark age, which is essentially your T4s, and your T5 is an elite berserker. They look a bit weird, definitely a bit weird, but they are infantry nonetheless. Infantry specialized units. The actual civilization is going to give you increased infantry attack by 5%, counter attack damage by 3%, and troop load by 10%. The counter attack damage is interesting, especially because infantry like Charles Martel have a really, really good counter damage situation. Increased attack for infantry, I don't really know how much that is going to help, but what I can tell you is that the base stats on these infantries is very nice. The Viking civilization is looking fairly strong for infantry, and we're going to have to see it in play, how many folks are going to end up changing their civilization to this. And the buildings, though, look amazing. The buildings look truly, truly, truly dope. They really embrace the Viking civilization in them, and I really like this. I really wish Lilith would do one of these every like 2 or 3 times a year instead of once every 2 years, because really, since it's been well over a year, if not even 2, since the release of the last civilizations, the big patch that was Arabia, that was the Ottoman Empire, and the Byzantium, whatever. But anyway, hopefully we see more civilizations. I think Rise of Kingdoms are on the right path, bringing in civilizations again. The starting commander, Bjorn Ironside, in here is dope. And yeah, what do you all think about the new civilization? We've known the Vikings are coming for some time, but now we have a ton of information about it. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'm Gekko. I'm out of here. I appreciate what I'm going to do. Slap the like on this video. You hit that subscribe. I know you did. If you haven't, make sure you do. And I'll see you in the next Rise of Kingdoms video. Tomorrow we'll be streaming, hopefully, some Liver Wars Wednesdays. And in the process, talk about these things and much more. See ya. Have a good one. Peace.